welcome to our coverage of the ABL and the Singapore Slingers as we bring you a regular season matchup between the hometown Singapore Slingers and the visiting Laskar Dreya South Sumatra team. Well, now Laskar Dreya is going through a massive growing pains this season with an unsightly 0-13 record thus far. They fell to the Slingers, if you remember, on August 24th, 77-62 at home, and more often than not have been blown out at both home and away venues. And you can't say anything different than the Slingers. The Slingers, the opposite, at 9-5, including a dramatic victory over this team right here, Bangkok City High-Tech team, 66-63. Some action from that game. Rolling to the hoop there is Piron. The finish there by Chris Charles, at that time was the leading scorer in the league, averaging 22. There's Justin Howard. Little give and go with Al Vergara, scoring 18 points in one of his first games with the Slingers. Bangkok would not go quietly, and it took some late-minute heroics by this guy right here. That is Dior. A little bit earlier in the game, anxious faces by the Slingers, and still Stephen Thomas doing all he could do to keep things going, and Dior squeezing the rebound, and the Slingers escaping with a 66-63 victory over Bangkok. So here are the results from last week on that last Friday. The Slingers confirmation there, 66-63. They defeat Bangkok. Westport Malaysian Dragons, they keep rolling. Second place, 90-70 victory. And the Indonesian Warriors falling to Saigon, 72-61. Confirmation our game tonight. The Slingers going against South Sumatra in a game here at the OCBC Arena. Checking out the standings, Bangkok, well, they still lead the league, 10-3, followed by that second place team we're talking about, Malaysia, 10-4. Hot on their heels, the Slingers at 9-5, followed by Saigon, 6-7, the Warriors, 6-9, and of course Laskar at 0-13. So those are your standings in the league. Well, it's a sad time for the ABL in general, and the Saigon Heat in particular, with the news of the passing of Coach Jason Robidoux of the Saigon Heat. Coach Robidoux died on Monday morning at his home in Ho Chi Minh City, so everybody around the league mourning his passing. Just a great character. We met him on several different occasions. So Jason Robidoux passes away at 49.
Hi, my name is Jason Robidoux. I'm the head basketball coach of the Saigon Heat. This is my second full season with the team, and this will be my third year in country in Vietnam. You have myself, an American, my assistant coaches from the United Kingdom, my trainers from Canada, then we've got 2 Filipino Americans, we've got 2 United States players, and then you've got 6 local Vietnamese players, and I actually have 1 American Vietnamese. So at any one time in our locker room, there could be 7 to 8 nationalities covered.
You know, Coach Rab is, you know, from the States, so all his lingo is, you know, American-based, and I haven't really heard any of the local players and what they say, and I couldn't understand it even if they did.
I really have. I've been fortunate to be in some other stops in Asia, Japan, China, the Middle East, Bahrain, but I really enjoy not only Southeast Asia, but Vietnam in particular. It's a beautiful country. Ho Chi Minh City is a very vibrant and colorful city, very, very open to Westerners and outsiders. So this has been a terrific stop.
Jason Robidoux will always be remembered. Michael Wong, he was a pioneer of basketball in Southeast Asia and in Vietnam in particular. And I know, buddy, it's a sad day for you as an ex-ABL player.
It's definitely saddening to see a great man pass away at such a young age. He definitely contributed a lot to basketball around the region, helping it grow. So it's a sad day for all of us.
Tough day for all of us. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to offer a minute's silence to the memory of Coach Jason Robidoux of the Saigon Heat.
All right, first I want to introduce the visiting team from Sumatra. Put your hands together and welcome to the floor, Laskar Dreya, South Sumatra. At number 2, we have Ricardo Unebuchi. Number 8, Andre Ikayana. Number 20, Joe Nile. Number 32, Ahmad Junaidi. And 77, Ryan Ila. And the Laskar Dreya.
So before that minute of silence, ladies and gentlemen, our starting players for this game tonight. And for Laskar Dreya South Sumatra, Alexander, check that, Rexander Lanes at point guard. Tree Rajoto Willapio will be the shooting guard. At center, the big guy, Michael Wong, Mustafa Nadoya. It'll be interesting to watch him going up against Justin Howard tonight. The power forward will be Erlanga Sabara, and the shooting guard, the second leading scorer in the league. You check out the third leading scorer in the league, Philando Jones at the small forward position. So now the starting lineup for the Singapore Slingers, just about to be introduced. Not a bad crowd for a Wednesday night. They'll introduce the whole battalion of the Slingers first before they do the starting five. And Michael Wong, the Slingers, have been playing splendid team defense, and a lot of the reason why they are enjoying the success that they are is the bench play of these local boys from Singapore.
The local boys have really stepped up their game over the last few games. Everyone they're coming in and chipping in all manners, be it defense, rebounding, getting a score here and there, getting some hustle points back for the Singapore Slingers. They've been doing a great job out there.
And the starting members of the Singapore Slingers being introduced right now. Desmond O, one of these shutdown defenders we were talking about. Wei Wong. Where would the Slingers be, Michael Wong, without Wong the last couple of games? He's literally taken the team and put it hitting clutch shots the last couple of games to ensure the Slingers' victory. So Dior Longhorn and Justin Howard compliment, and Larry Liu back into the lineup as well. So introducing the referees, and we'll be going into that minute of silence for Coach Robidoux.
Now, the AirAsia ASEAN Basketball League lost a dear member of its coaching family this week with the passing of side one head coach Jason Robidoux. The Singapore Slingers and the ABL ask that you all please stand for a minute of silence in honor of Coach Robidoux. Please be upstanding. And also out of respect, both teams are wearing black socks tonight. Okay. All right, thank you. Please be seated. And we're going to start the clock for the final 3 minutes.
So that 1 minute of silence for Coach Robidoux. Just as a sidelight to Mike Wong, we know that both Justin Howard and Dior Longhorn were both players under Coach Robidoux last year. I don't know if it's going to have any effect on their play tonight, but you certainly wouldn't blame them if it did.
Definitely, they've been with a great coach, and definitely will have some effect on them mentally. I mean, having such a great friend, a great mentor, a great coach pass away, it comes down, it bites on you at times.
Okay, so here's the starting lineup for the Job 3 Singapore Slingers. We talked about this before. At guard, having a great year is Desmond O. He'll be playing the point. Wong Wei Long will be the off guard. Justin Howard at the center. He's still trying to find his feet. A couple of unfortunate turnovers last week, but also has some shutdown defense on the baseline. Larry Liu, nice to see him back in the game, Michael. Contributed with a couple of big threes down the stretch the other night against Bangkok. And Dior Lohorn, who now leads the league in scoring. So the starting five for the Job Street Singapore Slingers. There's Larry right there, coming off that dislocated finger. The Slingers really missed his golden touch on the ball. He can hit from anywhere and plays pretty good defense too. So the Slingers at 9-5, solidly entrenched in third place. A shot to finish even higher in the lineup as we look at the starting lineup for the Laskar Dreya South Sumatra team. We got Rajojo at one guard. Philando Jones, third in the league in scoring. He plays the off guard, averaging nearly 20 points a game. Mustafa Ndoya, that's that matchup we were talking about between him and Justin Howard. That's going to be interesting to look at. Rexander Lanes averaging over 8 points a game. He will be at the other guard. So South Sumatra playing with three guards, and then Arlanga Sabra, he is the other forward. So three guards, a strong forward, and a center. And by all accounts, the Singapore Slingers, very healthy right now. We haven't heard anything before the game that would indicate that anybody is suffering from any health issues. So it's been a long time coming. Of course, without Kyle Jeffers, the Slingers without their emotional leader, but hopefully Justin Howard can start where he left off and maybe take care of the ball just a little bit better, Michael, so that the Slingers don't suffer any downturn on the defensive end and on the outlet passes that Kyle Jeffers is so good at.
Howard has definitely stepped in a pretty big way. He has been a clock in the middle, helping us grab a lot of rebounds, especially on the defensive end. He's been doing well. I mean, coming in at such a short notice and then trying to fit into the system. I think he's been doing a decent job. He probably had to get a few around his players a bit better, so that some of the turnovers are due to him being unfamiliar with these players. So as the games go on, I think he'll do a better job out of it.
Talking about the Singapore Slingers, you have to talk about their bench strength, and it has been on full display this year. In particular, we got Al Vergara, who at 34, the senior citizen on the Slingers, but he'd come in and hit shots from anywhere, as witnessed a couple of games ago against the Saigon East that we were talking about earlier. And Coach Rabadou hits a big shot going down the stretch to actually win the game for Singapore. So he is still there. He still plays pretty good defense, even at the age of 34. We have other guys like Wong Wei Leong. We talked about him, but how about number 6, Ung Han Bin, a defensive stalwart at guard. So Singapore can pretty much substitute at will with really no letdown at that guard position, and that is a big advantage for them. And don't forget about big man Russell Lowe. So we're off and controlled by Laksar. Good block right off the bat by Dior. So back comes Singapore. Wong. Bounce pass to Howard. He'll immediately start working on Ndoya. Let's see how that starts. Right-hand shot. Ndoya. So Howard making a statement shot right from the get-go, Michael.
There was a deliberate design play to get Howard down low and to get his first shot off. And he did a good job. He did a good move. Hit a one-hander.
So Laksar, Indonesia. Around the screen. Oh, nice move on the inside. Rebound by Wolopo, gets his own rebound. Shot from mid-range is going to be short. Ball tipped over to Desmond O. Good recognition there by Wong. Still O. Pass two defenders inside. Counted and one. Nice move by Desmond O. Taking his defender to the hole off the dribble. Let's take another look at it. There's O. One step, two steps. And the strong forward does not leave Dior. He was afraid that that ball might be passed off to Dior, so he stayed home as a result of that. Desmond O able to roll to the basket and completes the three-point play. So 5-0 Slingers. Back comes Laksar. Ball in the hands of number 10, Lanes. Trying to pass the ball on the baseline. Howard comes up with it. Just what we were talking about. Justin needs to make better decisions. Almost lost it, and the ball was thrown away by Larry Liu. Jones, give and go. Wolopo, good recognition there. So South Sumatra on the board, 5-2. Lohorn to O, flashing across the middle. is Dior. He is pushed away. And the ball goes out of bounds. No foul, says the referee. So a turnover. Turnover number 2 already for Singapore. And they want to minimize those, that's for sure. So back comes Lanes. Still Lanes. Jones now. Oh, working on him. Check that. Liu working on him. Off the dribble. Wilopo again. Goes right to left, left-handed. Adoyo picking up the rebound underneath. Blocked by Howard. Great baseline play by Howard. Justin Howard did a similar great job against Chris Charles the other night, last Friday against Bangkok. Check it out again. Here's the roll through the hoop. And the block. Lohorn, meanwhile, live action, gets the rebound. Back comes Wong off the dribble. Quick pass to Desmond O. Get the feeling that O feels that he can have his way with his defender. That's a 3. So Larry Liu getting into the action. 8-2 Slingers. Shooting well early on from outside, Michael.
That's a very welcome sight from Larry Liu. He's been trying to get his rhythm after that injury.
Left-hand dribble. Good defense by the Slingers. And Jones loses it inside. Recovers. Misses a layup. Rebound by Liu. Ball in the hands of Wong. Shot from 3. 11-2. And immediately that signals a timeout by Laskar, as they are getting hammered here from the outside shooting by Singapore. 11-2. Check it out. 11-2. We'll be right back after this. So 11-2 Slingers lead over Laskar, and Michael Wong, they've been doing it from outside. Wong hits a shot, Desmond O hits a shot, so everybody getting into the action. So here comes Laskar. Couple of turnovers. Dogging him on defense is Larry Liu, who also hit one of those shots. Don't want to forget Larry. A big 3 for him, so 3 for 3 from downtown Singapore. Nice defense by Desmond O. The shot is off the mark. Lohorn with the rebound. And back comes Singapore. Down Goya a little bit lazy on defense, turning his back. Lohorn hitting Howard over the top. Up and in, 13-2. Godoy gives it off. Now Jones. Liu working on him. Jones, the backup jumper is off the mark. Ball tipped back out and retained by Laskar. So they'll get a fresh 24. Desmond O working on lay-ins. The shot is off again, and the slam by Nadoya. Well, Desmond O having to clear out of the way before he gets posterized. So an emphatic flush there by Nadoya. And there's the turnover on the other end. Off to the races. Layup is off the mark and a foul by Liu. So good job in transition by Laskar. And what an emphatic dunk at the other end by Nadoya. See if we can see it again. Well, no, this is a play after that. There's the miss on the layup. Good job by Liu to cut off the angle, but he did foul. So Lanes to Jones. Howard and Nadoya working together. Wide open look. Yes, that's a 2 from the free throw line. Number 21, that's Arlingana Sabara. Sabara averaging 3.3 points a game, and the ball knocked away. So Singapore, some costly turnovers down here in the first quarter. Michael, allowing Laskar to get back in the game. They trail by 7. Sabara. Nadoya bumping and grinding. It's the layup. Just putting the shoulder into the chest of Howard and rolling to the hoop. Howard, he's got 4. Now Nadoya has 4. Liu looking for movement. Way off the mark. Well, very stagnant on offense that time, Michael.
Slingers have not been taking care of the basketball. They have four turnovers in the span of 5 minutes. That's uncharacteristic of them. And the way they've been shooting the ball, I mean, they should look to use their speed to drive past their defenders and get the teammates an open shot.
So Ung checks in the game, goes out. Ball picked off by Wong. Wong will take it all the way to the house. Good job off the left-hand dribble by Wong. So Singapore back up by 7. Only the second turnover for Laskar so far. Ball in the hands of Sabara. Sabara waiting for movement. Now he hits Nadoya. Nadoya straightens up. Left-hand shot, no good. Howard with the rebound. So advantage Howard on that particular exchange. But you can see how physical that altercation is going to be down low all night long. Looking pass. Ung now with the ball. Back out to Wong, looking for Howard. On the other post is Lohorn. Nice job by Desmond O, again off the dribble, working against Lanus. And Lanus now with 2 fouls. That's a pretty good matchup, it looks like. Desmond O against his counterpart.
Definitely, Desmond should look at this matchup and try to drive at every single time he touches the ball. Make a drive, force the defense to collapse, and then kick the ball out to the open man, or even a cutting Dior or Howard.
In fact, that foul goes on Willipo. That's 2 on him. But in any case, Desmond O at the line. Foul situation, only 2 for the Philippines. Willipo has them both. Liu has 1. And that's pretty much it. So Willipo, an early seat on the bench. Oh, in and out. Rebound. Nadoya, 6'11". Play basketball in France, native of Senegal. The same height, actually, as Justin Howard, but has a little bit wider of a body. Calling for the ball now. Jones off the dribble. Rolls to the hoop. The follow by Nadoya. Lohorn left him to try and go for the prospective rebound, and Nadoya there to clean it up. So 16-10. Around the screen. Gives it up to Howard. Howard will work inside. The right hand spits it in. And quite the battle going on between Nadoya and Howard, as we said. Now for Howard. He's the leading scorer. Jones. Waiting for movement. Lines again. There's a screen on O. Gets some separation and hits the 2. Good screen there by Nadoya. Pass inside, knocked away, and another turnover by Singapore. That's 5 already. 18-12 now, Singapore. So Laskar will have the ball, and Singapore very fortunate indeed that Laskar not shooting the ball very well, because they're sure giving them second and third attempts the majority of the time. 5 turnovers. Jones. Long shot by him is going to be off the mark. Alvagara checking into the game. Long pass down to O. He is hammered as he goes to the rack. The foul, I believe, is on Lanes. So that'll be 1 on him. So Lanes with 1. Willipo with 1. And Desmond O once again to the line. And You know, what do you have to admire about Desmond? No hesitation at all, Michael Wong. He went straight to the hole.
It's great to see him being so aggressive on the offensive end. He's been making a few great plays on the offensive end, either taking his man off the dribble, running the transition offense, or as what we've seen here, getting off in the fast break. He's outrunning everyone right now.
Lanes with the ball. He'll work on Ung. Goes around Ung, who cuts off the angle, but he scores anyway. And not a good foul by Ung Han Bin that time. You can see he doesn't move his feet fast enough. And to make matters worse, he hits Lanes as he goes by. Look at this. It sort of gets caught flat-footed. Looked like he was in two minds where Lanes was going to go with the ball. Lanes, natural left-hander, of course. So 19-14 your score. 2:36 to go here in the first quarter. We're here at the OCBC Arena. Chuck Schreiner along with Michael Wong, hoping you're enjoying ABL basketball here. Lagar looking for Howard. Howard inside for Lohorn, who really is an invisible man. Howard a little bit out of his range. Back comes Laskar. Quick pass downstairs. Blown defensive assignment there. Howard can't possibly cover two players. That's Brian Gillard, who just checked into the game. Vergara. Loses the ball again. Now he loses it. Vergara picks it up. Back up jumper by Lohorn. So fortunate there for the Slingers. As that lead had been whittled down to 19-17. Now a 4-point lead. Lanes again. Gives it up to Kuga, who's just checked in the game. Lanes with the shot. Howard with the rebound. Vergara off to the races. He's got Lohorn next to him, rolling to the basket as Lohorn gets through. Nice shot by Vergara. The give and go over to Dior Lohorn, who now has 4 and a 6-point Slingers lead. Nicola down low again to Nagoya. Nothing there. Kick back outside. Lohorn wrestles the ball away. Back comes Singapore. Back in the hands of Vergara again. Wide open on the opposite side is Desmond. He's got Howard at the high post. Let's see if he uses him and does. Wide open look. That's going to be open for him all day, Michael Wong, because it doesn't look like Nadoy wants to come out on him.
Yeah, that's right. Nadoy is going to let him take that mid-range shot rather than let him come into the basket.
Foul by Howard. So Nadoya hoping to roll to the basket for a patented dunk right there. Howard obstructs him, and he is whistled. So Nadoya at the line for 2 with 25.9 to go here in the first quarter. And Howard motioning to the referee, no, I was just standing there. Nadoya, a natural left-hander as well. We saw him warming up before during the shoot-around, Michael, and his range is about 8 to 10 feet. He was practicing that little jumper from both sides.
And he was pretty accurate from that range. Anywhere beyond that, I don't think he can hit the shot.
Well, like the free throw line, very quickly off is Desmond Owen, again getting the best of Lanes, turning the corner and getting around him. And Lanes, I think, if that foul is on him, now he's got 2. See who they're going to whistle on that. No, it's going to be Sonosa. So the guard play of Indonesia, they're starting to pick up fouls. Again, Ung gets the ball off to Vergara. Ung hangs around for a moment to throw a screen. Vergara with 8 on the shot clock, 7 on the game clock. Loses it, 1 second to go. He's got to get rid of it. And can't get rid of it in time. So an uneven performance by both those teams, but good news for the Slingers as they lead at the end of the first quarter, 25-17. We'll step back and be back for second quarter action right after this.
Very simple moves. All right, just gotta go to the middle. 9 of 9. Come back and change, all right? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Way to go. And when we take our time, yeah, come back, change. Way to go. All right, James, make your head. Go to the drill, please. And then shots. Put on your pants. Put on your pants for shots. You only have to dress. Again. And we are the winner in the window jersey. All right, all games coming away with the other bricks.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second quarter action coming up. Singapore Slingers lead the Laskar Dreya South Sumatra team 25-17. But some warning flags for the Singapore Slingers, Michael Wong. Number one, the turnovers. I counted 5 in that first quarter, and they're going to need to take care of the ball a little bit better than that.
It is really unsightly in the sense that they have been trying to force the ball to Lohorn down low, and then 2 of these passes have resulted in a turnover. They cannot try to force it down low because Laskar has been defending it pretty well. They have to go through different plays with motion, make him shift a bit, and then from that, with motion play and then going into the low post will be a better option for them right now.
Now the other side of the ball, some good news for the Slingers is they have kept Jones, who's the league's 3rd leading scorer, off the score sheet. He has 0 points. So that is some good news perhaps for Singapore. They're a clinical defense, and you know, when they play that man-to-man defense and the helping defense, they're probably, in my opinion, about the best defensive team in the league, and they've been doing a good job on Jones in the first quarter.
That has been the character of the Singapore Slingers this whole season.
Howard, back in the game now, is number 7, Wu. Checking in the game is Wu. Howard again loses the ball, putting the ball on the floor to see if he has to pay for it. Good defense by Liu to deny number 77, Ilad. Lohorn picks up the rebound. Wu with the ball, looking for the screen. Liu, he's got Lohorn at the high post who rolls off the screen. Liu off the mark. Howard, nice rebound. The kick back. Oh! And Liu throws it away. Well, Wong was out on that right wing, and I think Larry got it just a little bit too enthusiastic about that pass. A little bit nonchalant throwing the baseball pass instead of the sure two-handed chest pass. So turnover number 6 for the Slingers. Laskar continuing to rotate guys at the guard position. Number 2 checking in the game now is Intara. 1 and out now for Laskar. Wong bounce pass to Liu. Looking for Lohorn all alone. You cannot leave Lohorn free anywhere around that area. So 28-17, Slingers up by 11. Again, Kantara giving it up. Godoy stops and pops. Off the mark again. Good defense again by Howard. So Godoy not getting any satisfaction inside. Tries that shot from outside. Left-handed shot by Lohorn is off the mark. 1 and out. Back comes Kantara and a foul. No, he stepped out of bounds. So Kantara steps out of bounds. Jones having words with his own player. So things starting to go south for Laskar. Jones getting a little bit frustrated. They are rotating players off of Jones very effectively. First Liu, then Wong, and at one time Desmond O was guarding him. So taking turns so nobody's legs get burned out in the process. Liu with the ball, rotating to Wong. And Lohorn beat fronted. Ill-advised pass that time. Oh, yes. Jones working on the right-hand side. Good pass by Kintara, and the finish by Jones. His first 2 points of the game. That brings Laskar to within 9. We approach the 7:30 mark. Howard, quick turn. Nadoy has him wrapped up, and he throws the ball away. 7 turnovers now for Singapore. Second for Howard. Careless pass there, and that's 2 in a row. We saw the one by Liu. Now Howard follows suit. Kintara again, Wong on him, right in his hip pocket. Samara. Nadoy turns and fires, no good. Howard clears out. Wong with the ball. He'll hold it up, wait for numbers. Liu will take the 3. Gonna be short, 1 and out. Back comes Laskar. Kintara quickly gets doubled up down low. They'll wait for Nadoya, who's slow coming back. Quickly passes it off. Jones now, Wu on him. Back outside. Catch and shoot is off the mark. Back rim. Howard thought about the long pass. Instead, smartly gives the ball to Wong. Lohorn! What a pass! Threading the needle is Wong. Lohorn down low, 30-19. Kintara, given until there was no more real estate, he's got the ball again. Tries to go through 2 defenders and a foul. That might be on Larry Liu, or will it be on Howard? Let's see. They're going to give it to Howard, so that's 1 on him. Check that, they're going to give it to Liu. So Larry 2 fouls to go with his 3 points. That'll send Kintara to the line. One of these real pesky little point guards that are very, very hard to deal with, especially when they put their heads down and bull their way towards the basket. Some courage there trying to go between Liu and Howard, who stands at 6'11". Kintara only about 5'5". Boy, a big battle going on between Nadoy and Howard. You saw them pushing each other on that last exchange, Michael Wong.
That's what we anticipated the whole night. They look like 2 big bodies trying to get position.
2 heavyweight boxers punching it out. Here comes Vergara, who's checked back in. He's with Desmond O, and 3-guard system now also inside, and another pass by Larry Liu. Inside, turn and shoot, good. So that's a 2nd turnover by Liu. 7 turnovers now for Singapore.
It's interesting. Laskar has defended Lohorn pretty well on the low block. They've been trying to get him off the low block and deny him the ball as much as possible. They're doing a pretty good job out of it.
Well, Desmond O again taking advantage of his perceived quickness. That first step gets it done as he whizzes around his defender. And a foul by Sabara, who is talking to the referee. Let's check it out again. Let's see if Sabara has a point. I don't know, tough to tell from that angle. Like a blocking foul from where we sat, but Sabara really protesting a lot. So Desmond O again at the free throw line, Michael Wong. He's making his living there tonight.
Yeah, he's been really aggressive going to the basket, and he's bringing good things to us, to the Singapore Slingers right now.
They've obviously watched a lot of video, and Desmond O has decided right from the get-go that he can beat his defenders off the first step and get to the basket. Then he's got options. He can lay the ball off to Howard or Lohorn or take it to the rack himself. 1 of 2 on that trip. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. 31-22, Slingers by 9. Jones off the dribble to the basket. Howard with the rebound. Vergara. Oh, and he loses the ball. My goodness. Well, Laskar has been able to keep in contact with Singapore because now 8 turnovers.
Slingers have been allowing Laskar to stay in the game with their turnovers, and it has been partly due to Laskar's defense. They have a pretty decent defensive scheme right now against our half-court man-to-man offense.
Good defense by O. Takes the ball away from the Doi. Waits till he puts the ball on the floor. O streaking through the middle. To Lahore. The shot is good. Desmond O getting it done on the defensive end. Forcing the action under the basket. Dishing the ball to Lahore, who makes an easy jumper from 5. 11-point lead for the Slingers. Another look at it. Now Jones gives it up. Good ball movement by Laskar. The shot from the right side is good. That is Lanes. So lead 8 now. Wong around the screen and a foul. No, that's going to be against, see, that's against Howard. Howard grabbing on. He threw the screen. It wasn't a real good one, so he impedes the player as he goes around. Checking in the game will be Russell Lowe. I think he's going to be coming in for Lohorn, or maybe it'll be for Howard. Howard still joined with the referee. No, Singapore is going to play big. And Howard's still talking to the referee. So Russell Lowe getting his first taste of action tonight. Singapore will go 3 bigs. Wong working against Lanes. Curling around the screen comes Jones. He's working on Lohorn now. The backup jumper from 3 is off the mark. Howard with the rebound. Wong with the ball now. Quick pass to Vergara. Looking for Howard. Howard steps up to the high post. Lowe will go back down to the low post. That will put Lohorn as the number 3. 5 on the shot clock. Long shot is off the mark. Ball tipped. Nice play by Howard. Off to Lohorn. Back up to Lohorn. Great recognition by Howard. Lohorn in at the right place. Singapore with a 10-point lead.
Coach Newell made a very interesting choice right now. He actually made a very good call by bringing Russell Lowe into the game, causing 3 bigs right now. Laskar has no personnel to match up with our 3 bigs on the court.
Jones, nice step around Lohorn. Looked like Dior didn't know which way Jones was going to go. So nice baseline move. 8-point game. Wong will take that 3. Can't get it to go. Low body to the rebound. Reaches out to Jones. Jones with the ball. Laskar. Willopo. Pass back outside. Wong disrupts it. Lohorn 3-on-1. Vergara. Oh, they lose it. My goodness, a 3-on-1. 9 turnovers now for the Slingers. Jones takes advantage. See if there's a whistle. There is a whistle. Count it. Foul on Russell Lowe. And Michael Wong, Singapore abysmal with their turnovers tonight. 9 turnovers already.
They've been really sloppy with the ball. They're not taking care of it. 3-on-1 possession. 3-on-1, it should be a score. It shouldn't be a turnover. And then coming on this other end, we foul the guy doing a layup. They get a 3-point chance.
Silly foul there by Russell Lowe. Not facing up to his defender, sort of turning his back. So 35-29, I think the score on the screen is wrong. So Jones makes it a 5-point game, 35-30. Here comes Desmond O, off to Wong. Russell Lowe rotates the ball to Lohorn. Dreya and Howard still in a pushing match on the low post. Wong, 7 on the shot clock. Howard gives it up again to Wong. Wong! Tough angle with the left hand. Off the glass. Back up to 7-point lead. Jones goes to the left hand, kicks it back outside. We approach the 2-minute mark here. Very entertaining first half. Most of it because of the ineptness of Singapore. With the turnovers, a foul there. They got a good mismatch. They took advantage of that. Believe the foul will be on Wong. Let's see who goes to the line. It'll be number 10, Rex Lanes. Howard with 2 fouls. That will be on Howard, actually. So Liu and Howard with 2. Wong with 1. Ung with 1 for the Slingers. Russell Lowe with 1 as well. On the other side of the ball, Willopo with 2. Sentosa with one, and Lanes with one. So pretty clean game as far as fouls go so far. Can't get it to go. Howard with another rebound. And another turnover. My goodness. That's 10 turnovers. Jones from three. Yes! 37-34, three-point game. And Michael, this is what happens when you turn the ball over. I don't care who you are. Teams will take advantage. Down low, Howard is fouled. No, ball won't foul. The ball won't fall. Foul on Brian Illard, and that'll send Howard to the line for a pair. But real concerning right now for Singapore, Michael. Watch it again. That's from the other side. Good ball rotation, getting the ball to Jones, who is the third leading scorer in the league. And Howard misses the first of two. 1:31 to go here in the first half. And you look at the score, and Singapore, had they taken care of the ball, they'd be miles ahead right now, but they haven't, and that's what happens. So 1 of 2. And you know, psychologically, Michael, that really has to be really good for Laskar.
Laskar defense has been really pesky up to this point. They've been doing a pretty good job.
And another foul, that will go on number 6 for Singapore, Ung Han Bin, who races in and makes contact. So Laskar will go to the line once again. Let's see who they have shooting the free throw shots. Got the first one, so back to a three-point game. Number 32, that's Junaidi. He must be a new player. He's not even listed in the team's roster. So another offensive board for Laskar, three-point game. Real opportunity here. Jones waiting for the ball. He'll take the three. Off the mark, Howard with the rebound with under a minute to play. So Singapore catch a break. Jones, who's starting to find his way here in the second quarter. Wong will take the long three. Off the mark, Howard there to clean it up. Whoa, Singapore need again. So 40-35, and Coach Neo has seen enough. He calls the timeout. Singapore with 10 turnovers, Michael Wong. They lead Laskar, but only by 5, 40-35 when we return. This is the worst they've looked.
I think Coach Neo was very mad right now.
Lucky me. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the score is right, 40-35. The Singapore Slingers in third place with that record of 9-5 against the winless Laskar Dreya South Sumatra team, who have been very much a match for the Slingers tonight. Singapore turning the ball over 10 times. And it has cost them dearly, over and back. That will go on lane, so good defense there for Wong. So Singapore battening down the hatches now, and I don't know what Coach Neo told the players, but you've been on that sidelines when things aren't going well, Michael Wong. We can just imagine and probably a lot of things he was telling that can't be repeated on air.
Definitely. He probably got into their mind to try to keep up with, to bring up the defensive intensity, which resulted in the turnover from Laskar.
Wong rolling to the basket and misses the layup, but last touch by Laskar, I believe. So Singapore will retain possession. And Nadoya begging to differ. Let's see what the referees say. Yes, it will be Singapore ball. Coach Nyo shouting out instructions. 22.9 seconds to go. Bringing it back outside will be Ong. Ong to Wong. The switch down low. Lohorn to Russell Lowe. Spin move inside. Just what the doctor orders. Very quickly coming back. Blocked by Howard. Back comes Singapore. Long shot, the buzzer, no good. So Singapore off the timeout, get a couple of quick buckets. They forge a lead. They lead by 7, 42-35. We'll be back to break it down after these messages. Turnovers.
Unheard of.
What have they been averaging, about 10 or 11 a whole?
You'd like to also visit the OCBC Arena Cafe on the second level. And of course, do stop by our merchandise stores to pick up all the lovely merchandise.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And your halftime score, 42-35 in favor of the Singapore Slingers. Oh, the very game Laskar Dreya South Sumatra team, who has been very opportunistic in the sense that they are taking advantage of a plethora of Singapore Slinger turnovers, 10 in the first half. As we look at some of the highlights, Howard getting off the mark very quickly. 2 of his high 12 points. In fact, he's got 13 points. And again, Singapore doing it like they have been accustomed to from downtown. That was Wong. Now off the dribble again. Oh yes, catching the door is sleeping. Easy 2 there for Singapore, but then coming back, Laskar. There's Lesser off the screen. A couple of his points. He had 4 in the first half. Lanes would end up with a couple of fouls as well. Here's Bagara. Howard coming up to apply the screen around there. And the big man, he can hit that shot from 15 feet. Bounce pass into Wong. Thinks better of it. Back to Lohorn. Just how valuable is your Lohorn? He can do it inside and outside. So here it is off the dribble again. Oh, nice little alley-oop to Jones. Jones would have 10 points in the first half. And here's Lohorn with the finishing touches. Now, we had an interview with Al Bagara, which we'll be showing in a little bit. You don't want to miss that. Al, a mainstay with the Singapore Slingers for the last few years. In fact, he's been with the Slingers since 2008 off and on. There is Jones again. He was held scoreless in the first quarter, but first opened for 10 points in that second quarter. Here he is. Great job in the air. He draws a foul and eventually will finish up a 3-point play. Here comes Lanes again off the dribble. Underneath, good ball rotation. Jones on the rotation for a big 3. At that point, Singapore only up by 3 points. They would eventually get a couple of points down, or baskets down the end. There is one of them with the follow. There is ours. So Singapore 42-35. Here's the Al Bagara interview. So 42-35 at the end of the first half, and Al Bagara, we talked to him what it's like to be a mainstay with these Slingers. He's a beloved member of the Slingers and has been since he showed his cheerful face more than 7 years ago. He's been back and forth with the Slingers, and he answered a few questions for us before the game. We're here with Al Bagara, best loved point guard here for the Singapore Slingers. He's been with them for a few years, and Al, as we said, you have been in Singapore for a few years now. Now, after all of this, do you feel like you're Singaporean or still Filipino?
I feel like half Singaporean and half Filipino because I've been playing here for a long time also.
And Al, what stands out in your mind when you look back on the teams that you played for the domestic Philippine League and then to the international setting here in Singapore?
The big difference for when I play international and in Philippines.
You have been recognized as one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Now, was this an accident, or did you just wake up one day and decide, I'm going to be a three-point shooter, and then start working very hard on it?
Maybe it's an accident only because every time I play, I just taking a shot.
Now, this year's team is playing very well for the most part. How does this compare with past teams?
This team right now maybe is a big difference for last few years because now a lot of young players and now a lot of good local players also.
Last question now. What are your goals for both yourself and the team for the remainder of this season?
My goal is we play in the finals and I bring the team in finals.
So some of the stats, thank you, Al Bagar, 42-35, three-point percentage, 43% for Singapore, 22%. Field goals, 82%, 46% for Sumatra. The rebounds, 18-12, big edge for Singapore. Bench points, again, goes Singapore's ways, but there are some other stats that aren't too flattering for the Singapore Slingers, such as turnovers, points off the bench, and stuff like that we'll get to in just a little bit. So 42-35, and we'll step back, pay some bills, and be back for more stuff here at the end of the halftime. 42-35 Singapore. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 42-35 in favor of the Singapore Slingers over Laskar South Sumatra, who are winless thus far. Let's take a look at Philando Jones, who is the third leading scorer in the league He was held in check, Michael Wong, in the first quarter, but exploded in the second quarter for 10 points. There it is on the give. Nice agility in the air, even though he's fouled by Russell Lowe, keeping his balance. Again, Laskar in transition. Nice ball rotation. Jones perched out on top of the three-point line. Easily drains that one. So 10 points for Philando Jones in the first half. And if we look at the leading score for Laskar, 10. Lanes with 9. Nadoya with 6. And what a battle he's having with Howard down low. And Sabara with 4 points off the bench. So leading scores for Laskar. So they trail 42-35. We were looking at the stats, Michael Wong, and a lot of telling stats. Not if you're a Singapore Slinger fan, you probably won't like these stats. But what do you have for us?
One of the stats that's been glaring right now is the turnovers. There's the Sumatra Slingers committed 11 turnovers to 5 from Laskar, which actually resulted to a 4 to 13 difference in the points from turnover. There's a 9 points differential with this stat alone. And then fast break points, Singapore Slingers are down 7 to 14. So all these little minor stuff are the things that's keeping Laskar afloat right now. And it's keeping this game from being blown wide open.
Off the bench, 10-2 in favor of Laskar. So very opportunistic in that first half. Let's see if they keep it going in the second half, where Singapore can tight down the hatches on defense. Reversals off the mark by Jones. He's crying for a foul. He's not going to get it. Larry Liu almost losing the handle of the ball. Lawhorn with the ball. Wong, Howard, Lawhorn, yes! And one! That's more like it. Foul by Sabara. Good ball rotation that time by Singapore, Michael.
Definitely a much better organization and pass. This has been the play that's been trying to run for the entire first half that's resulted in 2 turnovers. I mean, it's good to see them run this play and get it executed.
So, taking care of the ball on that first possession. Lead back up to 9 short. Nadoya pulls down the board. Gets the ball off to Lanes. Still has the ball. Wong working on him. Wong did a pretty good job on Lanes. The reason why he has 9 points, most of those were off the turnovers. Good job. Nadoya. Strong move to the basket. Howard was nowhere in the vicinity, so he had it easy working with Dior Lawhorn. He was about 4 inches shorter than him. Howard calling for the ball. A push off the ball. Let's see who that's going to be on. I think it's going to be on Walopo. If it is, that's going to be 3 on him. The push from behind on Desmond O, who continues to cause problems for the Laskar defense, whether he's got the ball or not. So Desmond O, a stellar night tonight on defense for Singapore. Howard with the ball, gives it up to Wong, throws the screen. There's Desmond O again. Nice pass to Larry Liu, finds a gap in the defense. Again, good ball movement. Lawhorn with the shot from the elbow. So Singapore back in command now. 46-37. The lead is up to 9. Jones. Liu working on him. Now it's Lawhorn working on him. Getting inside. Ball knocked away by Howard. Pass to Lawhorn. Pulling his way past one defender. Nice job by Singapore in transition. Lane spins. Nearly loses the ball. Brings it back outside. Lanes again will set it up. Looking for Nadoya downstairs. Howard from behind loses the ball. A foul on Howard. So Justin Howard, a sardonic smile, but he will pick up foul number 3, I think. So Howard will have to check out. Russell Lowe will check in. Now then, that is a matchup more to the liking of Nadoya, although Russell Lowe, even though he only stands 6'8", 6'7" actually, a small 6'7", he can be tough on defense. He has much quicker hands than Nadoya. So it's going to be interesting, Michael Wong, to see that matchup down low.
I wonder if Coach Neo will actually put Lohorn on Nadoya.
Let's see if that happens. Lohorn at 6'7", so that would make sense. Nadoya makes the first of two. The lead cut now to 10 points, 48-38. 7:49 to go here in the third quarter. He hits them both, so back to a 9-point game. Substitutions, checking in now for Laskar, number 20, Johnny May. May averages 6.3 points again. Wong with the ball. Up steps Desmond O. Now flashes across the middle. Around the screen goes Wong. Creating space in the middle. Knocked away. Turnover number 12. Off to the races. Laskar. Nadoya underneath. Off the glass, up and in. So the lead back down to 7. That's what it was at the end of the first half. Ball rotation to Liu. Liu waiting for movement. Russell Lowe now with the ball. Kick back outside. Wide open. Long. In and out it goes. Gang rebounded by Laskar. And back they come. Lane pushing the ball hard. Gets an angle. Turns in the kick back outside. No reset. Brian Iliad, number 77 against Nadoya. Rolls to the basket. Foul on Russell Lowe. Well, that's that mismatch we were talking about. There's no way Russell Lowe can handle Nadoya. Check it out again. There he is. Clear space to the basket. And I'm not even sure. That might have been a busted defensive assignment right there. Let's hope so. That was too easy for Nadoya.
There was a miscommunication between Lohorn and Russell. Both of them were not even defending him at the start.
So the lead cut down to 5. Liu wide open from the corner. So Liu rescuing Singapore at least momentarily. That was a 3. So the lead back up to 8 points. Iliad again. Lohorn working on him. Looking for Nadoya again. Russell Lowe. Let's see if Nadoya takes it straight to him. He does. There's a foul. No. That's going to be on Russell Lowe again. So that'll be 3 on Russell, I believe. 3 or 4. 3 fouls on Lowe. And again, you wonder how long Singapore can survive with Howard on the bench. Russell doing his best, but it's a huge mismatch. Lohorn with another rebound. Vergara waiting for numbers. Lowe at the high post. Lohorn having to play the low post. Now they switch. Flashing across the middle is Desmond O again. He's got the ball now. Working around one screen. The kick back outside. Vergara. One-touch pass over to Lohorn, in and out, rebound, Iliad gets the ball into the hands of Lanes. Lanes, long pass, they'll hold it back up again. Iliad rolls to the basket, blocked by Russell Lowe. Long lead pass, beautiful pass. What a pass by O. 10-point lead by Singapore. Iliad down low and losing the ball. You can see Lohorn trying to front Nadoya this time, Michael, and it worked. That time the pass a little bit long. Nadoya can't corral it.
Lohorn definitely have a better chance at defending Nadoya at the down block because both of them are huge body, but at least he's able to stop him from getting an advantage at the down low.
Good idea perhaps for Singapore to front Nadoya with Howard on the bench. Still 10-point lead for Singapore. Vergara looking inside. Lowe trying to get away from Iliad. Overload on the right-hand side this time. Lowe rolling off the screen. Lohorn got it. So 13-point lead. Matching the biggest lead that Singapore's had all night. Lohorn coming alive now with 22 points, Michael. Lanes, Vergara working on him. Go back to Nadoya. Lohorn. Nice job on defense by Dior. Singapore comes away with it. O pushing the action. He'll hold it out. Russell Lowe back out to Gagara. Lohorn almost loses it, picks it up to O. Gets past one defender, can't get past two, and the foul. And that'll go on Iled. He's coming over from his weak side position to try and put a body on O. And once again, Desmond O finds himself at the free throw line. I can't say enough about the effort of Desmond O tonight. And you look up on the scoreboard and say, yeah, but he only has 6 points. But it's the stuff that he does off the ball and the stuff that he does on defense. And he creates havoc also when the ball is in his hand as far as his passing and distribution, Michael Wong. So 56-43 off the break. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, off the timeout, 4:19 to go. Singapore, 56-43. Michael Wong playing much better in the third quarter, but the play of Desmond O, that has been a marvel to look at tonight. He's doing it everywhere. He's doing it on offense, defense. He's the only guy, as you remarked at the break, that has been to the free throw line nearly for Singapore and really having a whale of the game, forcing the action on the outside and on the inside.
This will be his 9th and 10th free throws. That goes to show his activity around the basket. He's been driving endlessly and aggressively to the hole. And good things usually happen when you do that.
He has earned his starting position in the Singapore Slinger lineup, and a lot of progress that he's made in the last couple of years when he was just a fringe player for Singapore. He's worked his way into his starting position and deserves every bit of it.
Definitely. He's a role model for all the youngsters who want to be on this big stage. You have to put in that hard work before you can even reach here.
And causing a turnover there. Desmond O reaching in, knocking the ball away. Lanes losing possession over and back. And just what we were talking about, things that might not necessarily show up in the scoring sheet, or the things that he does night in and night out for the Slingers.
The blue-collar defender.
Long shot. And because of that turnover, Singapore gets another 3 points. So 61-43. Good shot by Liu, who is starting to add to his reputation. He's in double figures now with 11. Iliad, Goya underneath, passes, follow. Looks like a man amongst boys there, doesn't he? What wingspan. Goya just looks like he can score whenever he wants to. He never even left his feet that time, Michael.
It's amazing how wide his range is.
Bounce pass inside to Low, he's double teamed. Turns the corner, nice spin move. Nice south.
Raja has been adding a new move to his repertoire. He's been going to his left, spinning back to the right, and dropping off with the left hook.
Goes, nearly loses it. Lohorn with the rebound. Lead pass to Gagara. Almost throws it away. Nice little give and go sequence. Gagara holds it up. Pass to Lohorn, waiting for cutters. Doesn't happen. Lowe thought about taking the shot, instead passes it off and draws a foul. Yeah, I like that move by Russell Lowe. He's used it quite effectively tonight. As you say, looking left, rolling right, or he can even do it with his left hand now. So obviously been working on his game.
Yeah, that's a good side, because before this, he has tried this move, but he hasn't made those. Right now, he looks more comfortable executing this move.
So checking into the game now, oh, Tan. We haven't seen him that much. Tan Shin Hong. getting some minutes tonight. The low great recognition. Little bounce pass right in the gut of the defense. Singapore leads by 20. Nadoy. And really, if you're Singapore, how do you stop that? I don't think there really is a way with Howard on the bench. Well, the good news for Singapore with Howard on the bench, actually Singapore has increased their lead. Liu turns, Nagara. And so a timeout on the court for Laskar as things have gone south to them in a hurry. 68-47 in favor of Singapore. They lead by 21 as we head to the break. .47 your score, the biggest lead by Singapore tonight. We were talking at the break. Singapore doing an excellent job without their big man Howard in the game. Gives them a more wide open style. They're able to utilize their speed. With two big men in the game, it's a little bit difficult for the Slingers to play that wide open game that they love playing. Not that they don't need Justin Howard. He is a workhorse down low, and if they have any aspirations of winning the title, they will definitely need Justin Howard. But it's funny how the team changes its philosophy of play without two big men in the lineup. Jones, who has been negated this quarter, rolls to the basket, then in and out. So Jones stuck on 10 points. Yet to score this third quarter. Liu spins inside and foul. Nice little spin move by Larry Liu, forcing the contact by number 8, Nicola. So let's see if that sends him to the line. 2 shots. Singapore very aggressive, taking the ball to the house this third quarter, Michael Wong.
That's what we spoke about with Howard out of the game, because Lohan is someone who can shoot from the outside, and then this opens up the floor. And when that happens, the guards have a lane to drive at all times. That's why you see a lot of the guards trying to drive to the basket right now.
So without either Howard or Lohan in the game, this allows the local boys to open up and show their stuff as far as their speed goes and their decision making. And their decision making in the third quarter, Michael, has been spot on.
So they've been doing a very good job right now, taking care of the ball and making better passes to each other.
Nadoya, oh, nice play by Russell Lowe. He challenged Nadoya, a partial block. Liu, that spin move again, gets the low hard, up the ground, up and in. 71-47, 24-point lead by Singapore. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Behind the screen goes Kintara. Jones rolls to the basket, off the glass, up and in, and a foul. I think that'll go on Tan Chin Hong. That'll be his first foul. Let's hope it's not on Russell Lowe. No, it is on Hong. Or is it on Liu? And that is 3 on Liu. Larry Liu, these last couple games when he's been back, Michael, has played very well. Doesn't look like he's lost his shooting touch at all, despite that dislocated finger, which still has to be bothering him. Yeah, it was a horrific injury.
He actually has his both his pinky and his forefinger taped up right now every time he plays. So that will affect his shooting a little bit. It took some time for him to adjust, but it's good to see him playing at a good level right now. He's been shooting the ball really well.
Foul there on Janeda, number 32. Right in front of the referees, he pushes Larry Liu. Doesn't take much to push Larry Liu around. He's a string bean, but silky smooth with that shot. He plays very tough defense as well. So he's one of these guys' appearances. He looks like you could blow him over just by blowing on him, literally, but he's very tough defensively and silky smooth when he shoots. So another one of these Singapore boys that has really stepped up for the 2014 season. Delivers a couple free throws there. So 73-49. 14-point lead. Check that, 24-point lead. Overload on the left-hand side, a little isolation. Gives the ball up. Little back-up jumper from the left side, way off the mark. Offensive board. Sumatra can't score. Lohorn with the rebound, and that'll do it. So big third quarter. Singapore led by 7 at the half. They lead by 24 now, 73-49, with 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
This is the kiss. And to have a shooter, okay? And stay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 73-49 in favor of the Singapore Slingers. A huge third quarter for Singapore. Remember, they led 42-35 at the half, so that means that they held the Laskar South Sumatra team to only 14 points. Michael Wong, and anything jump at you, out at you with the statistics? I'm sure they tightened up.
Definitely. You know, turnovers from Singapore Slingers, they stayed at 11. That means they have 0 turnover on the third quarter. That's what we talked about. Taking care of the basketball, making good decisions, executing well on the offensive end, and you get a big lead.
Fast break points has also tightened up considerably. It was 14-7 in favor of Laskar at the end of the first half. Now 16-14, so Singapore making inroads there. Points off the bench, Laskar leads in that category 22-7 as we hear a foul. So turnover there for Singapore, and now they've got 12, but you're right, Michael, playing flawless basketball in that third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up for another 10 minutes. There's a turnover. Hong picks it up. Hong getting some valuable minutes, both in the third quarter and now starting off the fourth quarter as well. Vergara and Liu and Russell low in the game. Also Howard. So Coach Yo going to his bench. Howard back in, playing with 3 fouls. Oh, gets it, Yo, off his feet. Good move. Howard.
Howard must be dying to come back on the court.
Nadoya recognized that Howard hit that shot a couple times in the first half. There's a foul, and that'll send Jones to the line. Now, I don't know, that might be against Larry Liu. If it is, that'll be 4 on him. Let's see who they give it to.
They gave it to Russell Lowe.
So Russell Lowe now with 4 fouls. He will have to exit, and Delvin Go will check into the game. Now, he's another one of these players from Singapore who has really improved the last year. Always a knock on him is he didn't move his feet very quickly, but now through the training and through the coaching of Coach Yo and Coach Johnson and the physios, he's able to increase his foot strength and his speed, and that's been able to make him a fairly effective player from time to time. So you don't feel like you lose a whole lot when you get him in the ball game. He'll be tested tonight because he's going to have to go up against some of the bigs, and he'll be called upon to help against Nadoya, who is pretty much unstoppable. So let's see how that works out. Jones easily pushing Liu out of the way, so 75-51. 24-point lead for the Slingers. Liu. Howard. Liu has his shot partially blocked, but it was because of a foul. So Liu will go to the line for a pair. And a foul again on number 8, Nicola. So for Nicola, that's 3 fouls on him. Larry Liu looks like he might have taken a knock to that finger. He winces a little bit as he goes to the line. As you said, he's had to tape both those fingers together. It's bound to still be bothering him. It was a nasty, nasty injury. So 76-51. Singapore in control now. If you just joined us, it wasn't always this way. Jones skies for the rebound. Outlet pass picked off by Vergara. Great anticipation by Al. But look, on with the shot. Yeah! Crowd loves that. Hong gets on the board. Lead now at 27. Nadoya. Oh, awkward looking shot, but he makes it from 16 feet away.
That's what he's been practicing the whole time during the warm-up.
Looked like he didn't release it till the foot hit the ground again.
Yeah.
So
he has this funny twitch when he's shooting.
Delvin go. Liu wide open. So the Laskar defender's not going out on the perimeter and being made to pay the price. The lead now balloons to 28 points. Lanes. Jones. Foul from behind. Had that shot went down, it would have counted. A little bit lazy on the defensive end there by Liu, not moving his feet, trying to pick his pocket as he went by. Maybe that first step he was already beaten. So Jones will go to the line. Liu will exit with 4 fouls. And checking in again, number 6 for Singapore will be Ung. Look at this. A really sloppy foul that time by Larry. Delvin Go was the weak side help, but they never got a chance to step in front of this defender. 2 shots here for Jones. Held in check in the 3rd quarter, but has 15 points now. Check that, 14 points. 15 now, they give it to him. Averaging 19 and change. Good enough for 3rd in the league in scoring. Lohorn leads the league with a 26-point average. Dior is at that 26 points right now. Currently not in the game. Singapore only has one more home game, Michael Wall. We talked about that. They have a tough road schedule. They have to go to Bangkok. They've got to go to Malaysia. And they've got to go to Indonesia to play the Warriors. They also have to go to Saigon.
So this,
turning Hong inside out.
These 2 home games are very important for Singapore Slingers right now. They need to get into the rhythm before they head off to the road. And these home games are must-wins.
Ideally, Singapore would like to finish 2nd in the league. That would ensure that they get home court advantage in the playoffs. Right now, they're a game behind Westport. Oh, yes. Little alley-oop on that left-hand side, and Jones playing havoc underneath. Now has 18 points. Slinger lead trimmed to 21. Vergara. Hong now with the ball. Vergara cuts through. Hong at the top. As Howard on the high post. Vergara now working on lanes. Ball inside. Nice mid-move. The move we were talking about, that quick first step that Delvin Go has been working on, works like a charm for him that time. 83-60. Delvin Go taking Jones to school. Long three is going to be off the mark. Delvin Go with the rebound. Outlet pass. Hung will hold it up at the 6:08 mark. Singapore seemingly in control now, but plenty of time to go. They've got to keep taking care of the ball. Off the dribble. Badara throwing the screen. Now he bucks off of that. He'll take the three from just inside the arc. 85-60. And the Laskar coach has seen enough. So Coach Tandy calls the timeout. 85-60. Singapore Slingers continue to show their best stuff here in the second half. 85-60. There's Jones. His team down by 25 when we come back. Slingers starting to pull away, 85-60. There's the scoring by quarters. Singapore in the first quarter, 23-13, but Laskar actually outscoring Singapore because of their inability to take care of the ball in the second quarter. Singapore coming back like a sledgehammer in the third quarter, 31-14. Pretty even Steven here in the fourth quarter. Singapore, there's a travel call on Jones. So a turnover, and Jones a little bit frustrated by that call. Dreya doesn't understand it. Howard with a smile on his face, as one might expect, and Wong checking into the game now for Singapore. Wong's still in the game as well. He's played quite well.
It's nice to see some young players get some burn on the court after working so hard during practice.
Delvin Go still remains in the game after that little spin move that he scored on. Jones with another rebound. Back he comes. They pick up the pace. Long three, yes. Drain from beyond the arc. That was Mei Johnny. His first triple of the game and knocked away. No foul, but last touch by Lanes. So here comes Hong over to inbound it on the near side. Jones going to work on Delvin Go. Almost walked with it, but was able to get the ball off in the hands of Wong. Wong around one screen. Hong rolling off of that screen, a flash across the middle. Delvin Go, the little fadeaway. Delvin Go. Nice looking shot by him. He's got 4. The lead back up to 24. Jones. Nadoy foul from behind by Wong, I believe. So you can see, Michael, whenever Nadoy gets the ball, they send a guard onto him, hoping that he puts the ball on the floor, and easy pickings, but that time Wong reached in a little bit too quickly. And to the bench now goes Hong. Quality minutes for him. He leads with 2 points, 1 assist. So Singapore now going with 3 guards. They've got Wong, and Wu. One of 2 from the line. Go. Left hand dribble. Rolls to the hoop, can't get it to go. Stays with it. Misses the second shot. Unlucky for Delvin that time. With a spin move in traffic. Saved by Wong. He's off to the races. He's got Howard next to him. He'll pull up for the three. Off the mark. Down they go. 6 points for Go.
Delvin has been really aggressive.
Yes,
He's making moves, going to crashing the offensive board. He's been doing everything.
Great to see, because when they go on the road, they're going to need quality minutes from the role players. Ball rolls out of bounds, 89-64. Hong just about ready to come back into the game, and substitutions now for Laskar as well, checking back into the game. Sumatra, and also Ricardo Inpute will check in. Inpute number 2. He's been in and out of the action today. Hong. Velopo working on him. Quick pass down low. Oh, nice little pump fake. Going glass, can't get it to go. Off to the races again are Laskar. Off the dribble, kick back outside. Little double clutch. Now both the expats for Laskar are out of the game. So Indonesia doing it with their local boys, as is Singapore. Nice to see. Name of the game of this league is supposed to lead to up the quality of Southeast Asian basketball. And that's just what the coaches are doing. Inpute with the long pass, jump step in traffic, got it. So 89-66. Quick lead pass, Hong to Wu. Delvin Go on the low post. Wu playing at the high post now. Off the dribble, Wong, Delvin Go on the baseline, the reverse. Can't get it to go, Wu, and he's fouled. So 2:17 to go in the game. And it looks like Singapore is going to get out of here with a win. Probably not with a wide a margin as they would have hoped. That's due to the close first half, but Singapore, Michael Wong really turned up the pressure in the second half, played very good basketball.
They show a lot about what Singapore Slingers are capable of doing, but they need to continue to give this on a consistent basis. They can't come into the game, go up and down like a roller coaster and expect to win every single game. They can't do that, especially if they're off the road. When they're on the road, they definitely have to play a more consistent game than this.
Well, hopefully with the contribution of some of these role players like Delvin Go, who really has looked sharp in this game. If that could translate to quality minutes on the road, then Singapore could be in business and could turn some heads in the playoffs. Long three, oh yes. With a hand in his face. That was Inpute, the smallest guy on the court. Rotation back outside to Ong. Ong goes up, right underneath there is Hong, the follow. Still can't get it. Tipped out to Wong. Player on the floor. Rotation to the opposite side. Got it. Count it, and three, and an injured player on the floor. Doesn't look to be too serious, maybe just had the breath knocked out of him. So 91-69 in favor of Singapore. Referees doing the right thing immediately after that shot, calling the timeout. You don't want to see anybody lying there for too long of a period. A little bit of house cleaning going on. There's bound to be moisture on the floor. You don't want anybody slipping on that. So back to the Singapore Slingers after they go on the road, Michael. You figure if they can get a win or two, at least in Indonesia and perhaps in Malaysia as well. And again, I know the goal is for them to get in at least second place. That would give them home court advantage in that first round. But they certainly don't want to slip any lower than third place. They want to at least hold their position. And to do that, I think they're going to have to win a game or two on the road.
The Slingers have actually shown their capability to do so, but I think they've got to continue with their defense, whether it's at home or on the road. They got to have a more consistent effort on that end. And when it comes to playing in the hostile area, they got to hold a composure. And this is very good because right now it shows that most of these players, the local boys, are really up to the challenge.
Missed by Wong, and back on the pass, getting inside. Gelman go with the defense. Good job. He changed it. Back comes Wong and Company with under a minute to play. Oh, yeah. Nice effort there by Hong trying to get the shot off. He does, but he is fouled by number 20. That's Mei Johnny. So that'll send Hong to the line for two. Singapore with a 23-point lead here. Now the second place Westport Malaysia game, as we look at this outlet pass again. Good effort by Hong. Westport Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken, only has 1 or 2 games on the road. So they complete their season with the majority of their games at home, where they have been very good this year. They do have to play Bangkok on the road 1 more game, so opportunity there for Singapore, but Singapore also has to go to Bangkok. So any way you cut it, Singapore is going to have to play well on the road if they expect to move up in the standings. Winnicookie off the dribble, kick back out. Opposite side. Long three by Junaidi is no good. Wong, Hong, back outside. About a 5-second differential between game clock and shot clock. So Indonesia will get the ball back again, and that skittles out of bounds. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. So let's see what Singapore draws up for their last offensive effort of the evening. Lohorn with 26 points leads all scorers. Howard with 13. Winnicookie, 1 second. And they get the shot off at the buzzer, counted. So that will do it. Singapore Slingers, a convincing win at home, 96-73. After an ugly second quarter by Wong, Singapore rebounds and finishes off with a flourish and some flash, especially in that third quarter.
Coach Nyo might have said something to them in the locker room.
Coach Nyo saying the right things, I guess, not only there, but at the timeout as well, when it looked like things were starting to get out of hand. But 96-73 is your final score. It's been a long week for the ABL. It's been a long week for Singapore. Remember losing the coach of the Saigon team, Mr. Robelo, no longer with us. And we'll wrap it up here, 96-73. We'll be right back to wrap it up here from the OCBC Arena. Again, final score, Singapore 96, Laskar 73 when we return. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Confirmation of our final score. Job Street Singapore Slingers get it done on a rather solemn night here at the OCBC Center. They defeat Laskar Dreya, South Sumatra, 96-73. As we look at some of the stats, Michael Wong, field goal percentage, 63%. Singapore coming out on fire in the second half.
It definitely take care of the basketball way better in the second half. They only had one turnover in the entire second half. That speaks a lot about how they were playing on the offensive end.
Okay, turnover, Singapore doing a great job, only with one turnover, or at least with those stats saying no turnovers in the second half after an alarming 11 turnovers in that first half. I don't know if that stat necessarily spot on, but it gives you sort of an idea. So turnovers cut down, and as a result of that, Singapore does a great job, and they get out here with a 23-point victory. Play of the day. Well, we talked about some of the local players for Singapore, so it's only fitting that we feature Delvin Go, turning the third leading scorer in the league around. Drop step on the baseline, turning on the reverse, putting it in. So play of the day, Delvin Go, and a winning cause for Singapore. So OCBC Arena, sparse crowd, but exciting game. 10-3, Bangkok still leads. 10-4. In second place is the Westport Malaysia Dragons. Look at Singapore right on their heels at 10-5. Saigon Heat 6-7, Indonesia 6-9, and Sumatra falls to a dismal 0-14. Next week's games, Job Street Singapore's here against the Saigon Heat. And again, our commiserations with Saigon with the pass of Jason Robideau. We will see his team, the Saigon Heat, next week here at the OCBC Arena. From Michael Wong, this is Doug Schreiner. We'll see you next week on October 1st. Goodbye for now.